Joel Embiid has been upgraded to probable for Game 3 after missing the first 2 games of this series due to an orbital bone fracture. Earlier today, he was doubtful, so this is a major development. And there's Dwayne Wade, the author of a 28-point masterpiece in Philly in Game 2 that has this series tied at 1 game apiece. Can he do it again, or will another Miami player have to step up? And later tonight on TNT, Ettore Messina will coach the Spurs following the passing of Greg Popovich's wife, Erin. Blessings go out to Coach Pop and his family and friends. And we say hello again, basketball fans. Welcome to Game Time. Rick Kamla with 14 feet of analysis from Ryan Hollins and Brendan Haywood on a 3-game night in the NBA playoffs. And you have promised to play nice tonight or not? Is it going to get chippy out here?
Hey, listen, this is the guy that fouled the most in the NBA.
Brendan, you have your nerve, dude.
You are the biggest hack in the league.
Brendan, we've been on here 5 seconds, man. You talking about summer pickup basketball. Hey, honestly, this is one of my favorite players in the league. I never got to play with Brendan, but just every time we played, it was just fun, energy, trash talk, man, and this guy loves to compete, man.
Yeah, man, we're going to keep that trash talk going tonight.
We got the Blue Bloods in the house, UCLA and North Carolina. We're going to have a really good time all night long with you. Now, to the task at hand here, how does a coaching change like this, mid-series, impact them as they try to get Game 3 and climb back into this series? How do players process this type of thing?
Well, this San Antonio has always been a well-oiled machine, and you expect the team and those guys to rally around the morning of Greg Popovich's wife. And, we've been there before. The best thing you can do is get on the court, fight through adversity, and I think San Antonio could even sneak out a game here.
Well, with a lot of other teams that might be worried, you might have some guys that come off the bench and try to play outside of their role because the head coach isn't there. Say, hey, this is my night. Pop's not here. I'm going to take 20, 25 shots. But in San Antonio, like you said, it's a well-oiled machine.
Yep.
They have the Spurs way. Everybody still knows they're going to play within themselves, play their roles, and do their job. The biggest thing that San Antonio does consistently is get guys to buy into their roles.
Yep.
And that's why they're going to do that tonight. They'll still be okay. I think they're going to come out with great energy. I think this will be the toughest game for Golden State.
9:30 tonight on TNT, and it is always rocking and extremely loud at the AT&T Center. That will be the exact same situation here tonight. Now, members of the Spurs met the media following shoot-around earlier today.
It's going to be very difficult, to play basketball today, but have to do it. But for me, it's very emotional. She was a great lady, and always told them, like, dad and mom, everybody knows that, because I arrived at 19, and so it was very, very emotional yesterday.
When the time comes to play, I'm pretty sure we're going to go out there and compete and respect what he always praises and always tries to communicate about fire, about determination, competing. But not having him with us, not having him here today, is hard.
I spoke to Pop this morning. He's overwhelmed by the support, as you'd expect from Pop. He wants our focus to be about the game today. We'll miss Erin a lot, and the focus of our team will be on supporting Pop. We got basketball to get back to.
Very emotional in San Antonio. And again, our thoughts and prayers go out to Greg, the entire Spurs family, and we're all mourning the loss of Erin. And now we welcome Hall of Famer David Aldridge live from San Antonio in DA, as we just heard from Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and R.C. Buford. Obviously, this team is overcome with emotion right now.
No doubt. No doubt, Rick. It's a very difficult time for everybody here. This is a very close organization, on and off the floor. Players not only, play here, but many of them stay here and make their homes here. Live here in the off season, spend a lot of time here. It's part of what they call the Spurs way here. So Erin Popovich was a big part of that. She was a very private individual, so she was not out very much in the public eye, but she was very much part of the Spurs group. As Tony Parker mentioned, he was at Pop's house last night and spent time with him and felt very strongly about her and, what she meant to the organization. So it's going to be very difficult for them to try and concentrate on basketball tonight, but they will try because that's what their coaches asked them to do.
And speaking of coaches, DA, Coach Messina may not be a household name to NBA fans, but he is certainly a household name to basketball fans in Europe. This is a very accomplished coach who will be coaching in Pop's place tonight.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's one of the best coaches in the world. That's why he's here. He has been a champion in so many different places, CSKA Moscow and Real Madrid. He's been a very, very dynamic coach that's thought of very highly around the world. So from an X's and O's standpoint, there's not going to be any drop-off whatsoever. I mean, he's a very, very brilliant mind that a lot of teams in the NBA have been trying to get for a number of years, but he wanted to come to San Antonio and learn the NBA, amongst what is generally considered the best organization in the league. And, he's been here since 2014. He'll be fine. It's a very difficult position for him to be in tonight, but he has coached this team before on occasions where Greg Popovich has been out for whatever reason, and he'll coach fine tonight.
DA, can't thank you enough for the time. We will be watching tonight on TNT. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
David Aldridge from San Antonio. Let's shift gears now and talk about the early game on TNT, 7 Eastern. Sixers at Heat in Miami. We just told you that Joel Embiid has been upgraded to probable. Let's now hear from his head coach, Brett Brown.
Brett, what does it mean as far as Joel being upgraded to probable and his status for tonight, please?
Just that it's trending in a positive way. We like what we have seen over the past few days. We like what we saw at shoot-around today. There needed to be league approval of a mask. And, the design of that and the sophisticated process that goes in with, shaping that to his face and all of the things that go into caring for his health. And so that's moving forward in a positive way as well. And so with that in mind, he goes to the probable status. It's going to be a surprise.
Brett, I'm assuming that an upgrade to probable means that he has been cleared for play medically. When did that happen?
I don't know exactly when it happened. What I do know is that if the warm-up and the continued sort of collaborative discussion that we're all having together moves in the direction that it has been moving, we hope that he plays tonight.
And if he plays, will he start?
Most definitely.
Okay, finally, an answer from Coach Brown. Just kidding. In terms of, he doesn't exactly know. It's probable, can't definitively say, but if he plays, he will start. Brendan and then Ryan, how much of an influence was the tweet by Joel Embiid about I'm tired of being babied? How much of that tweet goes into him maybe returning tonight?
I hope that tweet didn't have anything to do with him returning tonight, because it's all about his health. It's all about long term. And teams have a responsibility to sometimes protect the player from themselves. Too many times this player